Although that's always a challenge when you're portable, when you don't have a physical building, and we have office, but not really an office big enough for holding a group like that. That is a struggle.
When you're meeting in a school, you have a sign, and the sign may be up there on Sunday, and that's about it. So the community doesn't notice who you are or what you're doing.
Community, and sometimes things like memorial service, or how do you do a funeral, or how do you do a wedding? Like these are big things that, from a portable church standpoint, is really difficult. And so,
the decision to purchase this property was more bold than I think most people really realized. Like, my job and my training is in project management, and one of the early building teams that we had trying to figure out how to build on this property after we got it, there was an architect that was part of the team. And he pulled me aside after a meeting we had and said, how are you doing this in good conscience, being a project manager, knowing that you're talking about trying to do something there's no way we can do? And I just explained that this gap had to be there, because if we could do it, then who's it about?
Right.
I remember early on, when we first bought the land, coming to this property and parking my car and praying over the land, because it was just such an impactful thing, such an important thing.
We got into a position through the 08-09 housing crisis where the land was worth almost nothing and we couldn't refinance.
We've put a lot of value on our global partners and have been formed very much by our global partners.
Yeah.
And so Nikki and Yuli Dochi were here visiting. And I remember one Sunday, I think I was just real vulnerable with him. Like, we're afraid. We're afraid. We're trying to decide, do we sell part of this land so we can just make it? Numerous things we've tried to do have not worked out. And he just, with every confidence, was like, do not sell. Do not sell. Like, hold on to the vision, that the Lord has.
And that's when the Solomon Foundation was a brand new organization, I think. And they provided a path as we were really heading toward probably a closure. I don't think right away, but I think within a year or two we would have closed if Solomon hadn't come along.
So we got to talking about the farmland. I think I was talking to Barrett, and he was the one who suggested, because we should break the ground with a plow. I said, that would be kind of cool. I'm not sure how we work it, but that'd be kind of cool. And he's like, okay. And he walked away. I didn't think twice about it. Barrett calls like about a week later. I was at this auction. There's this plow, and I bought it.
Hey, if you just think about what a plow is for, it's very manual labor. It's very old school. So the fact that we all had our hands on it seems meaningful to me. And so it became the symbolism of, you just put your hand to the plow and you rough up the soil to receive a seed. It was just so symbolic on so many levels.
And they had everybody that was part of the church. They had the city people to be here. They had, I think, old members had come back for it. And the ones that were still here from the very beginning were at the very end of the rope and out by the street. And it was just to pull the plow and to make the first break of the ground was unbelievable. I mean, the whole thing was unbelievable. It's just like, are we really doing this? I mean, we've carried chairs for so long.
We had people stretch from right kind of where the plow sits now, almost going diagonally across the property out to where the labyrinth is now. And it was that long.
And it was really fun for everyone to grab symbolically and start that foundation.
People that have been on that journey since the early days of owning this piece of land, their faith has to be to recognize that, because there were days when it looked like it would never happen.